is Adam Guyman from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I wanted to make a video about what my spatial diffused global weakness is. This is one of those things that I've mentioned before about what an undiagnosed disability is like and what it is like and what some of the symptoms are. Basically, as I'm looking at some notes on my tablet here, so one of them is dizziness. I can get dizzy, and if I stand, or especially when I was able to stand, I would start to get dizzy without any warning. I would feel like I was going to just drop to the ground. The other symptom is loss of grip. I can lose grip really easily. And when I lose grip, I could be holding a piece of paper in my hand or a glass of water, which, oops, I forgot my tumbler, so drop to the ground. Part of the dizziness is without any warning, I can just drop to the ground. I can feel like I'm just falling continuously. What this means is, normally I'm very good with my directions, so I know which way north is. And I'm facing east, so I'm facing you guys. And south is to my right. West is behind me where the sun is already set. Hand through table. I can go to, without any warning, I can go to put my hand on a table. So if this hand, my left hand, was a table, I can go to put my hand on it. Instead of it just feeling like, okay, my hand's on it and that's it, it'll feel like as if my hand was going through that table. These things have happened from the point from when I was in the UTA bus wreck in June of 2001. Headaches. I can get headaches out of the blue without any warning. Sometimes they will onset, but yet sometimes they just happen out of the blue. And I didn't have any chance to start feeling like I had a headache. Some of these will happen because of something else that is happening. So let's say I was to stand up right now in my chair, I can start to get dizzy, or it will be random. I can start to feel lightheadedness. I can just feel weak and drop to the ground real quick. And a headache could start happening. Numbness. I have had numbness that happens, and for example, if I'm using the restroom and I'm on the toilet, my legs can start to go numb, or just sleeping, I guess, in bed, that we're just sitting in my chair. If I don't raise my powered footrest up, or I don't tilt, I can start to have numbness. Or while I'm opening a can of, something, whether it's a can of peas or peaches or whatever I'm opening up. Opening cans are very good times for me to get numbness, and that can even happen to my hands. Where I can let go of something, and so whatever I'm holding on to. And another one I forgot to put on my notes, but I remembered it, is with myself. There's times that even just sitting here, I could just be sitting here and it'll feel like, if you could just imagine a straw and imagine what a carbonated drink sounds like, that fizziness. Or if you've ever sat in front of a fish tank and you can hear the little, where it just sounds like water, it's just moving up like this. I will actually get that feeling where it'll feel kind of like something that's wet, but at first just kind of feels like that feeling you get when you just shrug your shoulders, or you have that feeling, and it feels and it sounds as if that carbonated or those water bubbles are going up a straw, and it kind of gets more of at a higher pitch as it's going up from like the back of my back up my spine, up over the top of my head, and then it'll kind of I'll have that feeling as if there's water of some sort, and I'll start to feel dizzy at the same time. And while that is happening, one minute I might grab a hold of something, or else I might let go of something. I wanted to basically make the video to be a little more about what the spatial diffuse global weakness is. All of these things that I mentioned basically are, they can happen in any kind of combination. I could be sitting somewhere, I could be laying somewhere. Any of those symptoms are symptoms of what that's like. Obviously, I'm on different medications, but a lot of doctors don't know what, spatial diffuse global weakness is. And the thing is a lot of these symptoms are symptoms that I have before had doctors that just look at me and they act like, well, I don't know what this is, because they're basically going back to that medical textbook. The medical textbook that they're going back to is the ICD-10 codes that are usually what most of your diagnoses are diagnosed off of. This is where I have, as I've watched other videos, I have actually watched different videos of other people with different disabilities, and some of the symptoms that I feel I have that I may have had, or I might have something close to what some of these other people have experienced. Another symptom I just thought of right now is out of any of my 10 fingers, my thumbs, however you want to name it, it'll feel like a needle just appears at the end of any of them at random. And within a split second, that needle will move, and it'll go about maybe somewhere in about the middle of the arm, the elbow area, and then it stops, and within another split second down either one of my legs, I'll feel somewhere in about the top of the knee area, just a little bit above the knee, and down one of my legs I'll feel that sharp pain. So I don't feel anything in between those 2 points. Having EMG nerve conduction tests, the symptoms not happening at the moment while having those has actually, made it really difficult, especially when some doctors have done EMG nerve conduction tests and they just thought, well, it looks like you're a little weak, but we don't understand. And so by having a undiagnosed disability that's not technically in a medical textbook is frustrating. And I know there's other YouTubers that with different disabilities, and as I started discovering and trying to search this information, when I watched different videos about EDS or about POTS or about syncope, I'm cutting into the video to let you know that there is something I did sort of miss during the video and while I was editing. I wanted to let you know that there are times that without any warning I might just be sitting somewhere as well, and I will start to feel really like I don't realize that I feel tired, but I will sometimes feel like I'm waking up real fast and as if I was already sleeping, and I might even be doing that for just a split second or two, or I might just be spaced out, and I don't know if that is some of the signs of syncope, but I just thought I would mention that there are times that I will, I guess, just space out, wake up real quick, and sometimes I can feel myself starting to get tired without any warning. Like I won't feel tired, then I'll just start to get tired, or else I won't realize it. And that's another thing that makes it so that I can't really walk or push myself safely in a manual chair. But I just thought I'd add this part in. I want others, and I would love it if other people with some of these same different types of medical conditions or disabilities that are in the medical textbook, I would love it if they would be willing to comment, maybe give a little more insight, or even just make a video, because like I made in a different video that I'll link to this video, that there's actually a lot of other how I have done a video about how a disability is diagnosed. The thing is basically I could have a certain amount of one disability, and I could have a certain amount of another disability, but maybe not all of the factors of that disability. And it would be nice to hear the thoughts of other people who have, things like POTS, EDS, because there's a lot more involved, but it's just really difficult. I've been trying to take notes to make these videos a little shorter, but I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, like my video, share my video, and ring the notification bell. Because of my disabilities and because of how they affect me, I may or may not be able to get a video out every single week, but I will try to upload a video, and I hope that you have a wonderful night. And convenience doesn't equal accessibility. Accessibility equals convenience. Good night, and enjoy your night. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment.